but I'm going to tell you about one thing we're going to do for launch, which is a new thing called Ones to Watch.
Ones to Watch. A very new, interesting concept that is going to be coming to FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. Now, we have had a very, very tiny amount of actual information about these Ones to Watch items. Literally a couple of minute segment in the FUT Live live stream during Gamescom 2016. Castro and Spencer were both talking to Gareth Reeder, an Ultimate Team producer, about these new items, and this is the sort of information we got.
Okay, Ones to Watch. Now, this transfer window has been crazy. Am I right? Like,
oh, yeah. Zlatan, Pogba,
huge. So, take a look there, Castro. See what we got.
What on earth is that?
What is that? Tell me more now.
So, this is a new item that we're going to have in FUT from day one.
Okay.
And all the top players, we're going to make a team of all the top players this transfer window that we want to have in FUT. And the crazy thing is, all these players are going to change throughout the year based on their team of the weeks.
Wow. So you mean they're going to be, what, upgrading?
Yeah.
As they get informed?
So special items on FIFA 17 based around some of the best transfers from the summer transfer window. That seems pretty awesome. As Gareth said in the actual live stream, there has been a bunch of ridiculous transfers during this summer window, and later on in the video I will do a bit of a prediction as to the sort of potential ones to watch that we could be seeing in FIFA 17. However, for the majority of this video I want to try and talk you through how I think it's going to work. Just a heads up, this is all the information anyone's had, so I'm literally pulling little bits of information from what I've heard from that stream and putting together exactly how I think it will work. Whether it's actually like that, I'm not 100% sure.
For me, this is like a reward for our players who buy the game week one, they love FUT, they're going to come in, play FUT. We've got these new items in packs right away for you guys, so I know you're going to be in there, I know you're going to be in there. And just looking for that content and then trying to figure out what to do with it, right? Do you want to hold it, or do you want to move it?
Yeah.
So I think pretty soon we're going to be announcing who's going to be in our Ones to Watch squad and who's going to be available, but we'll have some more to come a little bit later on that.
So for my example in today's video, we will be using the record transfer signing ever, the most expensive player in the world, Paul Pogba to Manchester United. I think it's a given that if it's based around the best transfers of the window, Pogba will get a one to watch item at the start of FIFA 17, and this is how I think it's going to go. Also, just another sort of heads up, I am making this video before any sort of ratings reveal or anything like that. So again, stats, ratings of this Pogba or of any of the players that I show you in today's video are literally just guesswork of what my predictions, they're based around the items that I've given them when I've done my FIFA 17 predictions. So as you can see on screen, Paul Pogba, I've given him an 87 rated standard gold base item on FIFA 17, of course for Manchester United. The card itself looks sick. Now, what I think will happen is that during that first week of Ultimate Team, where we've been told that it is sort of like a bonus for those guys that buy the game at the start, put the money in at the start, that type of thing, you're going to be able to actually acquire a one to watch Pogba as well. How I think this will work is I think that both items will be in packs. The one to watch item will be significantly harder to attain in packs, and I think it will have the same rating, the same stats as the regular gold item. So for anyone that doesn't necessarily know much about it, they might just think, okay, why would that one be worth a ton more than the regular 87 rated? Well, here's where things get interesting. Let's say a couple of weeks into 17, Pogba gets himself an inform. He scores a couple of goals, gets an assist for Man United, and he gets himself a first inform. Of course, as you can see, the top row of images, that would be our normal transition. We would see a 87 rated Pogba, would get an 88 rated inform, and for the next week, that 88 rated inform would overtake the 87 in packs. You wouldn't be able to pack the regular version, and you would be able to pack this special inform, which would of course be more difficult to pack than the 87. So I think if Pogba got himself an inform, you would still be able to buy and pack the 88 rated with the actual in-form special item itself, just as we always ever have done on Ultimate Team. But where we get these one to watch items, and if you've got an 87 rated one to watch Pogba, should I say, my bad. If you have one of these one to watch Pogbas, I think it's just going to auto boost up to the stats of that 88 rated inform, which is pretty damn sick. Now, whether or not this would also get a dynamic image for the team of the week, or whether it would stay as like Pogba's normal face, again, we don't know. It's just guesswork. And for the example here today, I have given it a dynamic image. I'm pretty sure they were able to adjust players' faces from the regular face to a dynamic image in FIFA 16. If you take Kante team of the season, for example, he was a team of the season most consistent where they didn't have dynamic images, and then a week later when the BPL tots came out, they adjusted him and gave him a dynamic image, and anyone that already had him, it just updated. So I think that's a possibility that they could possibly do. But where things get even more interesting is the next transition. We move into, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks later down the line, Pogba has a worldie, gets a hat-trick or something crazy. He gets a second inform on Ultimate Team. What this would then do is mean that the first inform, the 88 rated inform item, would be, I don't know, worth less. Now he's not the best version of Pogba on the game. People look to offload it, that type of thing. Whereas if you had a one to watch Pogba who did get that auto upgrade to an 88 overall, I think it's just going to boost it up again to an 89 overall, which is pretty damn amazing. So what you're looking at essentially here is an inform version of Pogba that literally boosts every time he gets a team of the week inform. I think they were quite clear on that specific wording during the live stream. A team of the week inform. So whether or not a one to watch item like Pogba would boost to stats of, let's say, a man of the match Pogba, a team of the season Pogba, a team of the year Pogba, I highly doubt it. I doubt that these cards would be that overpowered that when Pogba gets a tots at the, next summer, his one to watch card just boosts to those stats as well. I don't think they'll go that crazy, but I think what they will do is boost to every significant inform that this player gets. The black and gold card that we see and know as informs, every time that goes up, I think the one to watch will go up. So as you can see here, I've added in a couple more transitions. We've got what happens if Pogba gets a third inform. Again, the auto upgrade would take place on the one to watch, and you could still buy the base item, the first inform, the second inform of Pogba, but you will never again see the one to watch that's 87 rated, 88 rated, 89 rated. It will just auto upgrade, and that will always be a 90 rated Pogba, and then the next time he gets an inform, it would be a 91 rated Pogba, that sort of thing. So what this does is give a ridiculously high value to that original 87 rated one to watch Pogba at the start of the game, because let's face it, he isn't just an 87 rated Pogba. If he is a player like Pogba who we expect to get special items throughout the year, he's gonna be ending up as like a 90 rated Pogba. So you're essentially bargaining your way to paying a price, or if you pack him, well done, you've done pretty amazing. But what you're doing in that first week of Ultimate Team is buying a Pogba that you think, actually, in a couple of months' time, he's going to be ridiculously good with even better stats. I need to get in on him right now. So to finish off the transitions, this is what would happen if Pogba got a fourth inform, that type of thing. However, I would say that it would probably end somewhere like that, because the next stages would be Pogba getting a tots at maybe 93 or 94 rated, who knows, and then I don't think the one to watch item would boost to that level. So here is just a graphic of all of the different items that I made for this particular video. I've not grayed out the bottom ones now, although I think what will happen as we go through the year is that you will eventually lose out. You'll never see that 87, 88, 89, 90 Pogba again. It will just auto upgrade to the highest one always, and it will be a thing of the past. It's like when, I don't know, like an inform gets a winter upgrade. What we typically see is that, let's say, Dybala goes from an 81 inform to an 82 inform. We never see that 81 inform again. It just got upgraded. So that's sort of how I think it will work here in ones to watch. So Gareth Reader said that it was going to be based around some of the best transfers we'd had all summer long. So I've put together some potential ones to watch of the biggest names in football that have signed for different clubs over the summer. A lot of them are BPL based. Like, obviously the most expensive transfers are always the BPL. It's a very expensive league, but I've tried to not just include all of the top 10 transfers, because they pretty much are. Well, they nearly almost all are BPL transfers, apart from the likes of like Higuain, I guess. So I've tried to get a few from different leagues, and we've got a really nice sort of array of players here that I would love to get one-to-watch items. So as we start off from the lower rated players, just saying this before, these are all sort of relatively decent players, gold items on the game. I feel like EA probably will do some bronzes and some silvers as well, but they're almost a little bit more difficult to get in forms, because let's face it, there's normally like, out of the 23-man squad in the team of the week, most of them are gold, a few of them are silver, and then a couple of them are bronze. So that would be more of a risk in buying one of those bronze or silver versions, because it's quite difficult for them to get in form. So in terms of these gold players that we've given, I've given one to Leroy Sonny, a big signing for Manchester City, and I think, you know, if he gets game time, he could get in forms. It's one of those ones where you're not quite sure, because Man City have got such an amazing squad. Is he going to feature week in, week out? Is that just a wasted amount of coins for you buying someone like that? Because he might not play that much, and if he doesn't play that much, he's not getting in forms. You're not getting the value for money of paying extra for a one-to-watch item. We've then got Renato Sanches, of course, Bayern's new little prodigy from Portugal. He is going to be a pretty awesome card, I think, in FIFA 17. A bit of a lower rated one for the Bayern players, but hopefully I'm informed from my very good friend Mike, who is a die-hard Bayern Munich fan, that he is going to slot into the team during the season. So that might be a great one to pick up, because let's face it, he could get a couple of informs. We then got Mkhitaryan, I think that's how you pronounce his name, the new Belgium striker for Chelsea. He has looked great in the first couple of games of the season, so therefore I think that would be an amazing one to have. He's going to get informs throughout the season. He's definitely going to score goals. Oh, I hope so anyway. So Mkhitaryan Batshuayi, yeah, looking forward to that. We then also have Andre Schurrle, who signed for Dortmund, of course, for rather a lot of money. I love a bit of Schurrle on Ultimate Team, so I'm not going to lie, I'd be pretty up for a one-to-watch Schurrle, that's for sure. Next up, we have Murata, the Spanish striker who plays nowadays for Real Madrid. Again, from FIFA 16, you guys know that I love this player, so I'd be all over a one-to-watch Murata. We then got Mario Götze, of course, signing back for Dortmund in the Bundesliga. That'll be pretty good as well. Miralem Pjanic, of course, is now almost like a Pogba replacement, I guess, at Juventus. The Bosnian midfielder comes into that Juve squad, and I think being one of the biggest transfers in the Serie A, of course, he's quite likely to get a one-to-watch item. We then have the first of 3 Manchester United potential ones to watch. Henrik Mkhitaryan. He signed for United after an amazing season at Dortmund last year. Basically king of the assist game. I'm looking forward to a very high rated version of Mkhitaryan. And of course, if he gets proper game time at United, gets some goals, gets some assists, gets himself some informs like he did on FIFA 16 for Dortmund, then we could be in for a really awesome set of one-to-watch items there. We then have Mats Hummels, who of course signed for Bayern Munich for a massive fee as well. I don't see him getting too many informs throughout the season, but all it takes for a defender is a clean sheet and, like, let's say him going up for a corner and scoring a header, which could of course happen since he's like 6'5" and they've got Neuer in net, so they do often keep clean sheets. So there's potential there for Hummels. Next up, of course, we've got Pogba. I've used him as my example throughout this video. Most looking forward to seeing how he'll do in the Premier League. I'm a complete and utter unbiased opinion in the Premier League. I don't support a BPL team, so I'm just looking forward to seeing great FIFA items. So I always want players from all of the top clubs to do well. We then have Gonzalo Higuan, who I think will get an amazing item on FIFA 17 after consistently being awesome in the Serie A last year, and of course a massive signing for Juventus. If he does anything like last year and scores that many goals, he's going to be an amazing one to watch. Loads of informs, and you're going to see lots of automatic boosts on him if it works the way I think it does. And then Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Of course, wasn't a record signing for United because, well, you know, Pogba cost more, and I think Ibra was on a free, which is pretty awesome. And then again, he started the season off well, got some goals in his first couple of matches for United. I can only see him doing great things. Ibra is an absolute magician. If you're lucky enough to get a one to watch Ibra, if it happens, and they do auto boost like I think it's going to happen, you're in for a pretty awesome year on Ultimate Team. That card is going to be worth a fortune for sure. So those are my potential ones to watch and how I think one to watch items will work in FIFA 17. As I stated at the start of the video, that isn't confirmed. I'm literally using the information that we were given from the FUT Live livestream, which was literally a minute or two segment on what is likely to come in the near future. But what we can probably expect is some special items at during the first week of Ultimate Team on FIFA 17. So go ham on the packs if you are that way inclined. Hopefully you'll pack some. Hopefully you'll buy some, invest in some, that type of thing. Invest in the ones that you think will get informs throughout the season and will of course be the most beneficial for your Ultimate Team. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed and I hope that's been useful. Hopefully it does work out how I think, because I like the idea a lot. Very excited for this in FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. Thanks for watching. Smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed, and I will catch you next time. Peace.